got my crazy eyes on. Hello! There are people here. They may not be. It might just be me and you.
Hello. Might be just me and you. That's fine.
It is just me and you, but that is just perfect. Perfect to me. I don't know, actually. Should we check whether actually it's working? Oh, no, I can see 2 people. If you're here and you can see us, please tell us.
Oh, Emily's here.
Hi, Emily. Can you see us? Tell me that you can look, because it freaks me out. Because the other day when I did this, it was just me. I came on, and no one. You guys couldn't see me straight away, could you? So it scared me a little bit.
We could see you, but the problem was you were reading chat that we'd already got in the chat early, and you were reading the early chat when you arrived, when you weren't started yet. So that did freak you out, which actually it didn't occur to me that would happen, that you would go look at it and see that, because obviously
I thought that you couldn't see me live that's what was scaring me.
No. We were just chatting before. We were.
That's fine. I was like, it freaked me out. I was thinking there's something wrong with it. And actually today, coming into here, I don't know if you saw, there was like an alert saying multiple users. I can see Charlie here as well. Yeah, if there's multiple users, it might not work. So that freaked me out as well. So, hi. And lovely Charlie's back again. You're so lovely, Charlie. We were here last night, weren't we?
Lots of live shows.
Yeah, and we've got one, like I said. So, hi Amelia as well. Hiya, and Pam. Hi Pam. And Chatty as well. You guys are the best. Oh, thank you so much for coming along. I love all these live shows. Yeah, that's good.
Nice.
That's okay. Don't worry if you can't stay for long. Don't worry. If we're going to be doing, when we do reading sprints, you can always we'll be talking for a hot minute, and then when we start our reading sprints, you can go off. Whenever you like. So yeah. Oh dear. That's amazing. Thanks. So anyway, I want to introduce you. How very, very rude of me. My lovely fellow YouTuber, fellow lovely friend, Jack, the lovely Jack from Spread Book Joy. So everybody,
hello.
Welcome to my channel. It's just us two. I don't think you've ever been on my channel, just me and you.
Not just the 2 of us. No, this is lovely. I'm very excited. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. Thank you for asking me.
How are you today?
Today, I am really good, because the sun has just been amazing. It's like, I think is it today like the hottest day this week, or is there going to be more?
My daughter told me, yes. That's what.
Yeah. I've heard the weather's going to turn a bit grim next week. So today was like a summer. I went to the beach, and it's the first beach day because we do go to walk on the beach in the winter, but it's first like beach day where you had like flip-flops on, like sat in a chair on the beach with a book, that kind of day. So it was lovely, really nice. So I'm very happy.
That's a lovely one then. Oh
yeah,
that sounds amazing. That's so good that you can do that.
I'm lucky.
And
how are you?
Martha says it's a perfect way to start the weekend. Hi,
Martha. Oh, good. Hey.
I'd rather be reading, but children bath time, but honestly, don't worry. I've been there. Live shows are such a nice opportunity for subscribers to participate. Exactly. We it's like a good way to chat with you guys. I do, because obviously you do the same, because you do your own live shows, Jack, don't you?
Interaction, yeah. No, I love it. It's a great way to kind of be able to have people participate. Exactly. That's
real time. It feels like an actual conversation.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice, Jack. Charlie time.
Yeah. Yes, it is nice.
I will be mum jobs at 7:30. That's fine.
That's all good. How are you, Charlie?
Oh yeah, I'm okay. I've had a bit more of a boring day than that. So I started the day. I had to take my car in because we had like a product recall on it. I know you know all this, like a product recall thing. So I drove to Reading and did that, and it was in a place that was a little bit tucked away, where I hadn't been before. So I was a little bit anxious. But we did it. It's fine.
That's always a bit anxiety-inducing for me as well.
Yeah, it's just it's so funny because beforehand we'd checked it all out on the you can check all that out on the Google cameras, and yeah, it was fine. And then the rest of the day I did revision with my daughter, and then also tidying. So very, very boring. I haven't even done any reading really. So
lots of life, Min.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone in the comments, you guys can all say how your days have been.
Yeah.
What you've been up to. Even if it's work or whatever, you can still say.
Yes.
Hey.
No.
And Amelia said, I'm on my walking pad whilst watching. So
good. I have one. I do that. Yeah, I've got the little treadmill that I walk on when I. Yeah.
That's cool. That's so good.
If you work from home, it's like something that I would highly advise having. It's really good.
Legs.
Mm.
Hey,
Hi, happy Friday.
working, but I was off working from home, but I was off sick for a week, so still recovering. Oh, I hope you be gentle on
Oh,
yourself, lovely.
yeah. Mm.
And then Emily's working, then reading. Right, so how do we want to do this? So we talk about, so before we get into like maybe some reading experience, I was thinking we'll quickly I don't want to put you on the spot or anything. I'll go through some of the books that I've been reading for the books for bowel cancer thing. If you've done any prompts or like with your picture, this bit you've got.
Well, all of my picture books count for the books under 400
pages.
So,
I've been working my way quite a lot. I think I'm nearly halfway through my picture book pile, which I've been doing. I'm trying to do like 3 like bunches of 3. I feel like that's what I seem to do. But I haven't got any of those to talk about here. But yeah, so I finished. I think last. I don't know if I said it to you last. When I last, actually, I wouldn't have done because it was the first day of it. I finished Half-Assed Human by Lena Norms.
Yes, any good?
It's all right. Like some sections, I think were more like useful and impactful than others. But I think you're going to get that with kind of a self-helpy kind of book. But the whole premise behind it is really good, and it did like motivate me quite a lot. Like even with like again, like I said, with the going out running thing, and then there's some other things I've been putting off. I think and it's changed even like there was like little tips like being about half-assed vegan, and it said like when you're in the supermarket switch, you know, like it's like little switch, you can do like little switches, so like get a vegan mayo instead of a regular mayo, and it's like little, so even if you do like little switches, gradually they all add up to like you can, you know, start small and gradually
it's kind of like I suppose anti-perfectionism, isn't it? Because I was saying, someone commented on one of my videos, they were talking about how I know I was commenting on someone else's, and they were saying, you know, they're trying to be okay and not overthink their videos, and I said yes, because done is better than perfect, because perfect often is something you're never going to finish or you're never going to actually do. So
you're never going to post it. Yeah,
done is better than perfect, and that's kind of my mantra with myself when I feel I'm fussing over stuff. Like, just otherwise you're never going to get it done, you're never going to do it, you're just going to wait for like the perfect moment, and like building up to making sure you're doing all the things, and then you don't do any of them because you're like, well, I'm not doing all of them, so I might as well do none of them. So
yeah, that's basically what the book is in a nutshell, I think. Really, like it is good. There was loads of like obviously very Lenaism like things that but I did enjoy it. Yeah, so that was for the Symptom, bleeding from your bottom / blood in your poo, and that was a book with red on the cover. So that was that tip.
I've done my red on the cover as well.
Oh, what did you read for your red on the cover?
A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, because I had a Kindle version and there was red on the cover of the Kindle version, and I finished that yesterday. Amazing. So yeah, that was my. Was
it good? Did you enjoy it?
It was amazing. I read that book, I don't know, gosh, 20 years ago, more, 25 years ago, because when I was young, there was a film, a black and white film, and my mum loved it, and we all loved it, and we used to watch it, and it is so good. And it is a highly recommend for Misery May. Highly recommend. I should have done that as my recommendation for Misery May that Gemma was asking us for, because it is uplifting at the end, but there is so much misery. It's about poverty, about really poor family growing up in Brooklyn at the start of the 20th century, you know, and all the hardships that they face and everything. But it's so good. I
have to write it down, and then so everyone's got it.
It's an American classic. Like, it's a real coming of age classic. It's Francie Nolan, the main character. I've always loved, but I identified with her so much on this read. Like, I'd forgotten half of the story because in the film you don't get the full thing, and I remembered loads of scenes from the film in my head, but I didn't remember all the scenes from the book. And so the book is like, it's a long book, it's like 600 pages.
Oh really? That's a chunk.
You'll race through it because that's
good. A really sign of a good book though, if you're racing through a long book.
I loved it. I started it on Saturday and I finished it yesterday.
Oh
yeah, so that's
really cool. Anyone in the comments, let us know if you've how you're getting on with your prompts. Let us know any of the books you've read for any of your prompts, and I'll obviously highlight them as we go. I also have read, so I've read 2 books. I've also, for the symptom of losing weight but you're not sure why, I've got a book quiz fewer than 400 pages. I've been messaging the girls about this, so you know what's coming with this. And this is Mammoth by Eva Balthazar. This is a book I was highly anticipating, and I was severely disappointed.
Yes.
And I think it's very, like, when I spoke to Charlie about it, he was like, "Oh, that's very moshveg." So that's how he put it. So if you like moshveg, a Tessa moshveg, you may well like this book. It's very got like
it sounded really not my kind of thing.
It's this a lady who is queer. She's a lesbian, but she wants to get pregnant. She's a very unlikable character in this because she's got the way she's going about trying to get pregnant is sort of very, she's like deceiving all these men, and it sort of goes into these weird trippy places. And basically, if you like cats, do not read this book.
Exactly. I like that you saw that little review you saw on Goodreads that said nowhere near enough lesbianism and
not enough lesbians, too much cat murder. Yeah, that's basically that, and that was like brilliant. Exactly.
But yeah, I'm doing that prompt at the moment. That's what Raising Hair is, because it's only 292 pages. So I'm reading Raising Hair.
Oh, I love that book.
So I started it today. I've really not that far into it, but I started it, and that's my Ben Reads Good challenge book for this month, and People 8 Schools group read, and it covers.
So you're ticking a lot of boxes with that one.
Absolutely, exactly.
You're doing amazing. That's really, it is a good book as well. So I love hearing when people are saying they've reading that book. It literally makes me so happy.
I've really been looking forward to it. Because everything she said, it mentioned it last year.
I'm going to go to some of the comments. You said I've highlighted that already. Oh, hi Kelly. Thanks for coming along, lovely.
Hi.
Chatty said, try not to have a heart attack whilst I can't read. Mad March hair scooted round the gate. Oh, bless.
For the kids.
Trying to read Agent Zoe for a book with red on the cover and Ministry of Time for under 400 pages. Oh, let me know how you get on with Agent Zoe. Like, that was such a great book. And
I read Ministry of Time. Actually, it's one of the few women's prize books that I read.
You thought it was a little bit middling, didn't you? You were a little bit
shortlisted or just longlisted?
Longlisted, not shortlisted. But the lovely Jane, Alice's mum, really loved Ministry of Time, so I do want to try and read it.
Do you know what? It is a good book, but it wasn't what I expected it to be. So you know when you're kind of like, it's not that it was a bad book, and I really enjoyed reading it, and there was parts of it, it's like a book of two halves. Like, it was very unusual, but I loved the writing style, and I would read more by that author. I thought the idea was really interesting. Yeah.
Do you think Emily would like it? When the way people have described it, I'm like,
I don't think Emily would like it. I don't think it's an Emily book, but it's not. But she could give it a go. She might like it, but I don't think she would.
Ah, interesting. 10 tenacious and terrifying. Oh, nothing to do with your child. Sorry. I didn't know. I was trying to get the reference of it. Calm afternoon by putting plants in. I hope I don't kill them. Good luck. I've got to sow some seeds this weekend. I still haven't planted my sunflower seeds, and I feel very behind.
I've got salad seeds to plant, actually.
Yeah. I'm all here for people trying vegan options. There's great stuff. Exactly. There's so many.
Great time to be a vegan.
Exactly. What a great time. Great way of working on the Women's Prize. Pam. Yeah, I adored Trees in Brooklyn.
Do yourself a favour and read it if you like those sort of 20th century classics, and you like I just loved it. There's some problematic language in it, but it's because I think it's a book of the time, so you have to take it as that.
Just
really
bear that in mind.
Yeah.
Emily said that me and Chatty are starting the 7 Lives of a century-old. I think you mean Trust.
Yes.
Yeah. Still have my bonus book to read. That was because Amelia is ahead of the game with all of her prompts. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
So she may have started the readathon a month early, but do you know what? That's fine, because you were doing amazing.
Exactly.
She stormed it. Charlie said, I'm going to say that Murder at Gull's Nest is one of my books because it's fewer than 400 pages. Trying to fit it in however you can.
Exactly.
Chatty says
this is another of my fewer than 400 pages. Look.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. I saw that in your video today, and it just looks so good. And like you said,
I did it for ages, and I got it out of the library, and then I had it out in the library for Picture This, and it won Children's Book of the Year, Waterstone's Children's Book of the Year. So I was like, I have to get my own copy now. And I
That is
did.
destiny. It's utterly destiny. I will read a couple more comments and I'm going to go through the rest of the prompts again. I'm doubling up my prompts of Katie's TBR clear out from so a book with Red on the cover, and that's going to be a book that's been on my TBR for ages, and I'm reading Welsh myths, fairy tales, and legends.
I read some fairy tales and myths the other night, actually. Really good.
Ah, did you?
Reading, yeah. I was reading. I ended up going down a little rabbit hole of research and ended up reading loads of woodland folk and fairy tales from
Oh,
Britain
I
and
love
Ireland.
that. You know what? It's such a treat when you can do that, though.
Really good.
I'm gonna go through my. Where are we with my?
Yeah, so you were on under 400 pages, and then
yeah.
what was the next
So
one?
yeah, the other 3 prompts I'll just quickly touch on again. So then, if you guys have got any, you can tell us how if you've read any of those prompts / symptoms, you can you can tell us. So the symptom for change in how often you poo or regularly having diarrhoea or constipation. So that's to read a book that's different from your norm, e.g. a different genre, format, etc. And my book of choice is going to be Model Home. I'm going to start that next week, literally on Monday next week. I've got the audiobook readily downloaded, so I love River Solomon.
Yeah, that is really good. So, so Model Home is. Remind me what Model Home is.
I think it's I think it's a family whose parents have either died many years ago and the children were returning, and it's like this sort of haunted house kind of element. And there's I don't know exactly because I've literally seen Olivia's review and I've seen Scott's, but my brain is.
That's where I saw it was on Scott's channel.
Yeah, but yeah, Olivia and Scott loved it. So yeah, and I know like I said, she always oh my gosh, delete me. They always write books outside their their comfort zone, like books outside your comfort zone. So yeah. And also for symptom for a pain or lump in your tummy, as so if you got a book for do you know what book you're going to read for the book that's different from your normal?
I'm kind of cheating. I'm reading short stories. You know, I don't tend to read short stories very often. Not that I don't read them. This is the problem with me. If it's something I don't read, it's generally because I'm not going to like it. So basically,
you read a mixture of everything, don't you?
I will read pretty much anything. But so I thought I'd go for something I don't read often, which is short stories. And I started reading this. I was already in the middle of reading this. So I'm still in the middle of reading it. So it's Terry Pratchett's Lost Short Stories. So I'm reading these at the moment. That's kind of cheating because I probably would have read them at some point anyway. So I'm going to have to think of something else that's a little
But also, some of them are like, I think they could still like count because there are like some Christmassy ones. So if you read the Christmassy ones in the like summer heat, that's not something you would normally necessarily do.
True. I'll take that.
Squeeze it like
yeah,
that.
I'll take that. But there's also I've got like the Persephone book of short stories and stuff that you sent me. So I might do some more short stories. You know, as part of it. So
that'd be really cool. So let us know in the comments if you're reading anything for prompt number 3. Prompt number 4, which is like I said, a pain or a lump. A symptom is a pain or a lump in your tummy, and for that, the prompt is a book that you've been avoiding / revisit a soft DNF, and mine is obviously the book that you gave me for Christmas, which is the 5th season.
Oh, good.
I'm excited to read it.
I'm excited for you, and I feel like because now you've been reading a bit more fantasy, I think you'll enjoy it more because it is it's a fantasy book. People say sci-fi. For me, it's a fantasy book, right? That's what I see it as because there are magical elements to it. So to me, and people say sci-fi. I think it's because of this idea of it on a world or a planet. I don't know why people think it's a sci-fi book, but it's more fantasy. And I think since you've been reading a lot of fantasy, you'll really like it. I think it's beautifully written as well, Charlie. So if I was thinking of anything that could be in any way termed as literary fantasy, I think N.K. Jemison's writing is beautiful. Like so,
and like there's so many of you guys have read and loved it. So like Jem loved it, Alice loved it, you loved it. So
once you get into it, you're not going to be able to put them
You know
down.
what you're reading for that one then?
So for that, I've got a big pile of soft DNFs over here.
Ooh, see, I feel like that's what that whole week I'm going to try and do some extra. Like,
actually, this could count for a book I've been avoiding and a soft DNF.
Oh,
the reason I say that is because I know that so many people love this book, and when I started reading it, I was just not in the mood for Nazis. And also, I
can't blame you for that.
No one's who is in the mood for Nazis? But also, the 2 main characters, it's 2 sisters, and the younger sister was extremely irritating. Like, I found her so irritating. I just was hating her from the minute I picked the book up. And I was like, I read about, I think I read about 100 pages of it. And I was like, no, I have to put this down and read it another time, so I'm just not in the mood for that. But I know this is like one of Gemma's favourite books.
Oh, yeah. And Emily loves it too. I know Emily loves
Yeah.
Kirsty
And my
Hanna.
sister-in-law, this is her copy.
It's
So,
very, very beloved. It's a very beloved book.
yes.
So
So
then maybe you're going to be like shooed off of BookTube.
I know, but you know me, I don't really generally talk about the books that I didn't get on with that much. I think it was the character was winding me up, and I do love a World War II historical fiction. So I mean, I really should just
give it a try. Do you know what? This
another
prompt is not, as I said previously to everyone, and I will say to you, everyone in the comments, this prompt is not a prompt to beat yourself over the head with. So if you're finding you're struggling, this is not a prompt to be like, if you don't enjoy it, just move on to something else.
Exactly. And I've got a fair few I could read that I haven't finished yet, but this one I think is probably, this prompt is really good because this is about a year and a half ago I started it.
I do honestly think, Jack, as well, like, this is what I was going to say before, because this leads into the next prompt. You are the queen of self-care, which obviously I'll get because you really are. Like encouraging other people to be.
Yeah, because I know how bad I make myself feel, so I don't want people to make themselves feel that bad.
We'll get onto that in a second. This prompt in a second. I'll talk to things. The symptom is feeling tired all the time, but you aren't sure why, and so that is the self-care prompt. So yeah. So what would you be? What do you naturally gravitate when you do? I know you do. You participate in many forms of self-care.
Yeah.
What do you would you lean?
So what I've been trying to, well, there's so many things. So if we're thinking about self-care in a kind of treat yourself because you want to just treat yourself kind of way, for me, that generally involves books, buying books usually. And I did treat myself this week to a book, and it's the last brand new book I'm going to buy. It came along with this one, but it was this author, and so I bought myself a new book. However, the other things I'm going to be doing, I'm definitely going to be making more of being outdoors because of the weather. And I do think that trying to sit outside more when I read, go on more walks, because the spring, and I really want to look around me when I'm walking, because I'm in the countryside, and so the birds and the plants, like I'm listening to all the bird song, and I've been trying to identify bird song and stuff. And
did you get the app out? There's the app, isn't there?
Yeah, the Merlin app is really good. But I've been trying to like listen to bird song on YouTube and see if I can identify it myself when I'm out and about, which I'm really rubbish at. So apart from the ones I already knew anyway, like I'm really bad at, because I'm not someone who's got like perfect pitch or whatever and can recognise sounds and stuff. So I'm really trying with that. But the reason I'm saying that's important is because it's very mindful, and my mind is non-stop racing all the time, planning ahead and thinking about this and thinking about that. And this is why I've been trying to get into, like, to say to people, I'm really trying to practice like being present with my reading, and being present in life in general. And when you're walking around in nature, if you're trying to sort of notice the things around you and listen to the birds and be really actively listening, that's it. You're not thinking about other things. So that's kind of my little tip. And I didn't get that.
I do think you're amazing at it. Sorry.
I have to work at it. I have to. So because I'm just my mind races all the time. But I tell you where I got that from. You know, like Mental Health May will be coming up. You know, they do Mental Health May. I think it's Kim and Marilyn. And a couple of years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, actually, I read a book for Mental Health May, and it was about nature and getting and being present and trying to identify plants and identify birds and things like that. And actually, that is a really mindful thing. So when you're out, you're kind of actively looking at these things, and that's what you're thinking about. You're not thinking about your to-do list, your shopping list. You're
really grounding yourself.
Yeah, you're
in that space.
Exactly. So yeah, that's my little tip.
I really honestly think whenever I'm like feeling a bit overwhelmed with things, I think because you're so good at like trying to like get us to slow down and be, like you said, more in the moment. So, and just be easy on us. I'll say, like, yeah, you are.
And like, being easy on yourself. Like I keep saying, I said it to Emily a few times, and like I always have Alice in my head. The book police are not going to come and get you. Like, right? That's what she used to say to us all the time. And so whenever I'm like, oh gosh, I haven't read that thing and I've got to do this, like, book police are not going to come and get you. You know, that's fine. So I have that kind of mantra too. It's like, this is a hobby. No one's going to come and tell you off.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
have to be like that with ourselves, you know. So.
Yeah, you're completely right. I'm going to head to the comments and see where we are. I think I've got a few to catch up on. We see this one. I've had all the prompts, but one. But my unexplained weight loss also could count for middle grade. This morning. Also, Chatty told us. I don't know whether you saw Chatty's video. Chatty said that she's been talking to people about the readathon, and she's been spreading awareness about some of the symptoms, which I just thought was brilliant. So Chatty gets a special bonus, and actually I'll give Chatty some hearts if they will actually appear.
Really
These
good.
hearts for you, Chatty, for all the work you're doing out there.
I think it works for me.
Is it? Oh, yeah, try.
No,
It might do. Is it switched on?
It does work on my WhatsApp, but
maybe you need to switch it on. I'm about 20% into Agent Zone and loving it so far. And I want to say a special shout out to Claire Mully, because obviously, like, Claire Mully follows the pod along Instagram.
She actually commented, didn't she?
Watched our video, and I was properly fangirled over that. I was like dying inside a little bit. I was very excited. I found Minister Time very predictable.
Yeah, Charlie. Well, I would say actually, I agree. I don't think it was. I knew what was going on about halfway through, so yeah, I agree with you on that. That wasn't a surprise to me.
Oh, hi, Sue. Sue is one of Oscar's friends.
Oh, hi.
And I think the channel name is amazing. Which
great channel name.
Yeah. Have read The Artist for Signs of Blood. Well done for that. Let us know how you got on with it, because I can't remember. I'm sure I did ask you this, so you have to tell me anyway. I did ask Jack about Ministry of Time.
I said I don't think you like it.
We'll do reading sprints in a minute. So 3 minutes time, we'll start doing some reading sprints. The Girl Who Kept at the Castle was absolutely fantastic. Middle grade, I loved it.
So I remember, did I tell you, Chatty, that the author sent me a copy of that, an e-copy, like not a physical copy, but an e-copy, and so when it won your middle grade readers choice award, that's the book that won it. So I was like, I have to dig it out and see if I've still got it, and I do. I've still got the e-copy.
Oh, that's amazing. And if there's a book out in the autumn, I love that. I'm going slow here, 80 pages across 2 books. Honestly, going slow is what we encourage. Honestly,
take your time, be mindful, be present with the book.
Excited, but terrified for 8 Lives. Maybe we should read 8 Lives of a Rooster instead.
Yeah, I think you should. That would be great, because that was what Emily's typo was, wasn't it?
I liked 8 Lives of a Sensual Trickster. I was sad it didn't get, because that year it didn't get shortlisted that year, because instead it was the book, the Australian author, Kate Grenville, wasn't it? And then we were all feeling salty about it, because I remember Alice was trying to read that book and she did not like it.
Yeah.
So even though she did, we all liked the book, because the book was a beautiful book. But I've just about finished the Pickwick Papers as my revisiting a book. I really enjoyed it, but had to put it aside to do some readathons. Oh, that's a really good book. I like the book. Have you read the?
I started that years ago, but I couldn't get into it. But it was my first attempt at reading. No, it wasn't my first attempt at reading Dickens, but one of the other, not one of the common ones. Like I've read Great Expectations and Christmas Carol and stuff. But yeah, I'll have to get back to that. At some point.
I listened to it when I had an Audible account. I had listened to the audio.
I went to the pub that he was staying at in Dartmoor when he wrote part of it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, over Christmas. Really old pub. It's lovely.
That's cool. Had the book looks gorgeous.
Oh, it is gorgeous. I can't wait to do. I've got
again. It is.
It's actually it's got a follow-up like coming out already, and he has an actual book that's just come out. This guy, Mikey Please, he's one of those Aardman, Nick Aardman that do Wallace and Gromit
the animation
studios. He's one of the animators.
Oh, really?
So this is his first children's picture book, and this is his first book, and they come out at the same time. And I had listened to an interview with him, and he said it was just coincidence. They come out at the same time because they've been working on both of them for years. Look, it's beautiful.
What's that one about then? I'm sure you did tell us in your video.
I'm so excited for this. This is going to be my treat myself read, my bonus treat. So I was like, many are about buying it, because I'm trying not to buy new books.
Looks stunning.
But look at it, amazing. So basically, it's a first in a trilogy, like a new fantasy trilogy. It's dystopian, and it's basically everyone on Earth wakes up and everyone's been shrunk to a tenth of the size, everybody on Earth. And
Oh.
so, yeah, it's called the Expanded Earth. And so it's not, he said, if you think it's going to be like The Borrowers, it's not. It's basically a proper dystopian, like, fiction kind of fantasy trilogy. So yeah, that's
that is amazing.
Illustrated all the way through, and I got a signed
see where the zigzag has the audiobook. Oh, it's signed.
Yes, I got a signed copy. This is why I was like, I have to get it, because like, look, illustrated all the way through, and it just looks stunning, and I was just very excited to see that. So
yeah. I'm skimming some of the. Oh, Emily said, I'm starting the journey to Centre of the
That's a great
book. I don't think I've read that.
I read it when I was younger.
Is that
I went
Jules
through a phase of that kind of reading.
Yeah,
adventure books.
Kelly said, "Great thinking, Charlie." I don't know what I said, but thank you very much.
Always great thinking, Charlie.
Can't wait to read the 5th season. I'm hopefully going to try and read this with Martha. So, I'm the worst buddy reader though. So I will try, but yeah. Hopefully, if I'm doing it in the last week, though, I'll try and start it before that.
Yeah.
I read 7 Moons of Marley Almeida for the last bit prompt. I'll do a couple more, and then we've got to literally start some reading prompts. Otherwise, we've been talking for half an hour.
I know, but it's fun. Been catching up with each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't really matter anyway. I just see Chris is here. I'm going to go back to your. I've just skipped some by accident. Hello, wonderful people. Hey, Chris. I found the Ministry of Time tiresome after a bit. An example of how a writer still using the tragically gay character trope.
Yes, that's true. Actually.
Ooh, I don't.
Actually, I didn't. Just that's a fair shout. I'd say, but I still think it was for a debut novel. I think it showed signs of like she's got some good ideas, and I enjoyed the writing style.
So you can see why it's been listed for loads and loads of prizes, hasn't it?
Yeah, I was very surprised at that. I'll be quite honest. I was really shocked it was on the women's prize long list.
There were so many other prizes it's been listed for though. Like
I'm just surprised. I didn't think it's not a prize-winning book for me. Like it's not a prize shortlisting or long-listed book. It was.
Well, lots of people are listing it, so mind you. So they're listing all 4s, and I've got nothing to say about that. We've got hi Nadeem. Hi Nadeem. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around the comments here. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. People might want to read, So
right. Actually, should we do? I'll do 2 more comments, and then we'll get to reading. Do you want to do then we can do 20 minutes reading? Is there any comments you can spot that I've missed?
Have a little look, see.
I really want to.
Snail. That's great advice.
Sorry, what did you say?
N.K. Jemisin. Yes, I've got 100,000 Kingdoms on my Kindle as well. Actually, I haven't read it yet.
I'm trying to read. I'm reading some poetry for the reading I don't normally read. That's really good. We love poetry.
So poetry would probably be my thing as well, because I do like poetry, but I don't often read it for pleasure.
You do write it though, don't you? Sometimes.
No, I don't really.
You don't? Okay.
There you go. No, poetry's not one of my things.
Okay, that's fair.
I do it with the kids. Write it with children, obviously, when I'm teaching writing. But
so Chatty said no one is in the mood for Nazis. Just no
one expects the Spanish Inquisition. Exactly. Absolutely.
Charlie said, I've had a few folk coming to the charity shop looking for Kristen Hannah book. There you go. So
I would have thought there'd be tons of them in the charity shop. It's like 50 Shades of Grey, surf it.
Maybe they get caught as quickly as soon as they're there. See, Charlie would tell us that.
Maybe.
As soon as they go. Right. Have I missed any? I don't want to miss any of your wonderful comments.
Don't worry, we got time.
Oh yeah, the Restless Donny Wonder. Chris said the Restless Donny Wonder. That was it.
The one that was restless. It was just a bit. Yeah.
It was very restless, but it's because it's all the hotels that she went in.
I remember
a lot of hotels.
Yeah, it was a lot.
So yeah, I thought you thought that book would never end, and it was a relatively short book. That's 100% true as well. Oh yeah, she said. Charlie said that he gets a lot of other books by the writer except that one.
So maybe it's the most popular one, isn't it? The Nightingale. So
do you think people keep their copies then?
Probably. People are like, oh, it's my favourite book. Oh.
So what books? We're going to start our reading sprints in a second. Jack, what will you be reading in the reading?
I will be starting, as I tried to do on the beach today, but I've got
noises.
Quite a lot. Raising hair. I'm going to try and get into raising hair.
Exciting.
Which is very good. Yes.
And I have got a present that I feel like I'm reading all my Christmas presents in this in this readathon. But yeah, I've got The Ghost Cat, which the lovely Jem got me for Christmas.
Oh, lovely.
So I'm going to read that, and then maybe if we do another second lot of reading sprints, I don't know how much time you've got, then I might head to some of that. So we shall.
Yeah, actually, because if we do another reading sprint, I might try and read a bit of The Country Girls.
We could do 2 20 minutes. Is that what you reckon? And then finish after we've done. Oh, what's that? Show me that.
The Country Girls. So it was my Irish
Oh,
readathon.
and that's an Irish, isn't it? An Irish.
Yeah, so the Irish readathon, plus it was my book with 15 letters in the title for Ben Reads Good. But do you know how hard it was to get a library copy? And I was like, I didn't want to. I was trying my best not to buy books. I thought if I see it in a second-hand shop, I'll get it, and I didn't. I had to order this from another library, and it took like a month to come. So
really?
Yeah. I'm shocked because I thought it would be in every. I thought it was like a really.
You pay money for that though.
You know, £1, but that's fine.
Just normal reserve fee.
Yeah, a little pound. Yeah. So so I might read a bit of that.
Oh, that would be good. So, okay, that sounds good. I'm going to try and get my cozy. So yeah, let us know in the comments what you're reading for these reading sprints. We're going to do 20 minutes, and then we'll come back and have a little chatter. But not necessarily. And I say reading sprints, but I don't know if you've read with me before. I do not read quickly. I'm a slow reader.
Yeah, so, this is it. That's why you called the Women's Prize plod-alongs plods, right? Because really these are plods. We're not expecting.
No. So you're not going to be saying how many pages we've read, so you don't feel the need in the comments to feel like you have to rush through your reading. This is completely chill. It's a Friday night. Everything's relaxed, so just cozy on down. You can go get yourself a drink, etc. I'll try and head to the timer. I'll put us in a second. I'll push it start, so because I don't know how to do it. So, all right, 1 second. Add to the stage. Oh, that's what I should have done actually. I should have added to the stage and then press start. I'll press pause and then stop in a second.
Ooh. Okay.
In a second, I'll do it again. Sorry. Like it. Sorry, it's just because I have to do my technical thing in a minute. So when we're ready to make a start on it, I'll start. So yeah, I'll catch you all in. We'll catch you on. I'm going to mute myself and then I'll.
Yeah, happy reading.
In 20 minutes. Bye. Not bye, but
happy reading. Made me laugh.
It made me jump. It did actually make me jump, even though I knew it was coming, because I could.
Funny.
I'm an idiot. I just saw that Gems appeared, so
Yeah.
you're not late. You don't need to worry. You're like, there's literally like this is
Exactly.
reading and just for chill, so you don't need to worry.
Chilled reading.
Sorry, Kirsty. I'm so sorry. I do like the cat, and I deliberately, I don't know whether you noticed, the cat I chose, I'll put it back on the screen just so you can like look. I deliberately I tried to find one that looked exactly like Pedro or as near to it as possible, but they don't do
green eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the green eyes match.
It was like the darkest sort of cat that there was with the green eyes, so that's why I just I did try. Yeah, it did make me jump. So yeah. Let us know what you guys have been which books you guys have been reading, if you're reading anything, or if you're just like doing other things, you're more than welcome to tell us about that. Yeah, and let us know how you got on. So how did you get on with your you obviously don't need to say how many pages, but if you're enjoying it.
No, I didn't read as much as I would have hoped because I got interrupted, a phone call interrupting me.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Which was my mum, so I had to answer.
But can't ignore your mum.
Luckily, during sprints, it's fine. But yes, so far so good. I'm enjoying it. It's lovely. Like, it's just a lovely book, isn't it? It's like a really, it's one of those really quiet books that are just lovely to read, and it's beautifully written. Yeah, the descriptions are lovely. Like, it's wonderful. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I've got to the bit where she's feeding it and it survived a night, and yeah, that's the bit I'm on.
I do. I love that book, and I said, I keep saying I listened to the audio book, and it's narrated by Louise Brealey, and she's obviously plays Molly and Sherlock. She's an amazing narrator.
Oh, see, I thought I'd find the audiobook on Spotify, but it's not. It's not on Spotify, which is unusual because Spotify has most things. It doesn't even have it to buy. Like, you can't even buy it. So, because I have Spotify Premium, so you get 15 hours of free audiobook listening, and the majority of the audiobooks you can listen to. There's some of them you have to buy, but it's not even got it to buy on Spotify, which I thought was really unusual.
Like, it'll come. I think I've seen it. Like, some people have got it on their library app, the audiobook, but there might be a few.
Yeah, it's a long wait. I think I have like reserved it, but it's just a long wait for it. But yeah, it's lovely. It's really nice.
Yeah. So yeah, I started reading The Ghost Cat, and this is like set in Edinburgh, and it starts. I know it like travels. I think it's this. We go through time with this, and it starts in a Victorian London. So the cat is a Victorian cat.
Okay.
And it's got like.
It kind of looks like, I thought it was going to be like one of those Japanese.
I thought that too, but then look at Alex Howard. So yeah, I don't know. He must be Scottish. I haven't actually looked into that.
See, because I didn't look at the author. I was just looking at that like cherry blossom. It's got that kind of look, right?
Yeah, it does definitely. And yeah, it's also got like this like Scottish. It starts with this Scottish dialect in it as well, and yeah, like obviously that takes a hot minute to kind of get into, even though like I said, Richard's family is Scottish, and I've been around numerous been in rooms full of like Scottish conversation, which is that's what I mean when I say that, like when it's like really thick, loads of thick accents.
Well, yes, because my family from Belfast, and the amount of people we've taken over, and they just are like, I don't understand what's going on.
There's like multiple people all together in a room, because I remember like
they get louder and faster, and the accents get stronger. That's
so yeah, it sort of starts with that, but yeah, it's Grimal. I think it's his name, Grimalkin. The little cat's Grimalkin, and within like by the end of the first chapter, I don't think it's a spoiler because it says obviously the ghost cat. The cat has died.
Of course, right.
He's died, and little Grimalkin has died, and he's currently in the next chapter that I'm reading. He's in the afterlife with this like, I guess this kind of like ghostly cat thing that's like mythical big ghostly cat thing. So yeah, it's good, it's cute, it's comforting. So
very
cute.
Very cute.
So, yeah, it's good. It's a good one to start with. So let us know what you're all reading. Martha said, need to sink into a book this weekend after all the awards longness. Yeah, picked up East of Eden. Oh, I love East of Eden. Yeah,
I've never read any
Steinbeck.
Yes, Steinbeck.
I know that Shelley
I was
hasn't
going to say Steinbeck, and I was like, wait a minute, is it Steinbeck? Yes,
yeah,
I've never read it. I've got Of
then,
Mice and Men on my shelf, so because Gemma.
but yeah, Shelley did not like that, did she? She read that recently. She's read a bit of a few. She's not got on with the Steinbeck that she's read. I think that's fair to say. Our lovely Shelley. Oh, you're lovely, Shelley, because you know all of our lovely Shelley.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like Shelley and I, we've got a lot of things in common with our reading, but some things just not at all. We can't.
You never know. I do think like Steinbeck is quite just a divisive like author, and East of Eden has like one of them. Like you go back to East of Eden. East of Eden has it's brilliant. It has one of the most unlikable main characters. So like she's just ridiculously unlikable. So but still, it's an amazing book. I really love.
It's a Misery May book. It's definitely
but like,
isn't it like Depression era?
It is. Out of his books that I was read, out of his books that I've read, I'd probably say Grapes of Wrath is a way more misery.
That's the one I'm thinking of. That's
literally pure misery, like from start to finish, from start to finish. But again, I loved that as well. It was an amazing classic. I do like his writing, even though I know he wasn't like the best person. These things happen. Yeah, Steinbeck is awesome. Exactly. Thank you, Jem. I agree. East of Eden is one of my all-time favorite books too. Just yesterday, I set the movie to tape. Oh, really? Oh, how cool! I've not seen an adaptation of it.
It's very old, isn't it? It's like an old black. Is it black and white? I think it's black and white.
Yeah. I really enjoyed Glorious Exploits. I missed some comments. Comments. I'm so sorry.
That was a soft DNF for me. I could go back to that for that prompt.
There you go then.
I could.
Reading Glorious Exploits 3.
Everyone loves it. Everyone loves Glorious Exploits. But
I started it the other week, and then because I was trying to, when you dip in and try some audiobooks, and I know his voice, the narrator, the author. What's his name? Oh my god, my brain is all mushy. Ferdia Lennon.
Yeah.
Ferdia Lennon narrates the audiobook, which he's
in the Irish accent, right? Which I just can't. I was like, I don't know why, because I am Irish, but I'm like, it's in Greece and it's kind of not working for me. But I actually had. I got the NetGalley arc of the book before it was published, and then it got published and it had all this fanfare, and I started reading. I was like, this sounds amazing, and it was pulling me in. I just didn't like the main character, and he's telling the story, so it was kind of like, I don't like this character who's telling me the story. I'm not getting on with him, and I was doing that thing at the time where it was like the summer last year when my reading was not great. So I was like, I'm just going to put this down. It's just, I don't like the character. I need to find things that I'm just going to get sucked into that I've not got any issues with. So that's why I put it down. So I think I probably could go back to it because, I love like classical history is my thing. I love it. That's what I did for my degree. So
yeah, on paper it should be like a you book, shouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It should be a me book because I love classical history. It's my favourite historical period to read about, and I love historical fiction. So it should have been a me book for sure.
Well, like I said, I started it, and I just was like, even though I loved his voice, I just couldn't bear in mind, like I've been reading a lot of nonfiction and listening to a lot of nonfiction. So to go from that, to Glorious Exploits, it just wasn't the right book to jump onto.
Yeah. And also, I don't know, because did you get on with the narrator?
I love his voice. I completely.
No, I mean the narrator of the story, the character.
Oh, I don't know. I just couldn't get into the story. I wasn't like. I don't know. I just wasn't concentrating enough. I don't know. And I feel like if I'm like listening to something and feeling like I can't quite track it, I do think maybe if I get the physical book as well. So if I'm listening and have the physical, and it's like to try and really zone myself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wasn't concentrating enough on it, and then I was like,
I think much like me, you weren't in the right place to read it, which I wasn't when I picked it up. I think so. Yeah.
But I love his voice. I love his voice. He's got a lovely voice. I love the Irish voice. So yeah.
Oh, I love listening to the best voices to listen to, especially if it's like a Dublin accent. I love. But. Yeah,
I really, really like. Actually, you're speaking of accents and narrators. I really love an Aussie narrator. I really do. I don't know why. I just love it when the book's narrated by an Australian. I don't know why. It's so weird, So anyway,
What? That's
yeah,
nice
that's something
accent,
new I
actually.
don't know. Yeah, clearly. So yeah, let us keep letting us know. Where we go. I'm trying to go down, so obviously if I've missed things because I'm just like
Oh,
jumping all over.
Nadine's reading Unsheltered, which we read for FOMO last year.
Oh yeah.
A bit, Nadine.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, because I remember the discussion on that. Because I was on holiday when you guys were. I did go along to watch you guys talk
A
about
lot of
it.
discussion.
I really, again, that was another one I couldn't like. I don't think a lot of it sunk in. I don't think, to be fair, like it wasn't easy to read at that time, was it?
No, it wasn't.
So yeah, nothing was going in my head brain. So it wasn't like I love Babs. You can't go wrong with Babs.
I mean, it kept me engaged, and there was things that were in it that were interesting. But yeah, I think if I'd read that first, I don't think I'd have read another King's Thorpe. And I love the Poisonwood Bible. Was such
the Poisonwood Bible's amazing, and obviously Demon Copperhead we literally love so much.
Well,
so.
I'm reading that for the first time in June.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm reading it with Jolene because we're both never read it. Who are you
reading it with? Sorry,
with Jolene from Bookworm Adventure Girls. Because it was both of us had that as one of our Alice books, and we were like, I need to read it at some point. I put off reading it though because everyone loved it so much, and I was like, I suspect I'm not going to like it.
No, I think you will. I think you'll like it.
Yeah, we'll see. We shall see.
There you go. Do we say this? Gloria says, "What's been on my car journey read this week? Love the author and the author audiobook." Yeah.
You know what it is, and it's the fact because he reads it in his Irish accent, right? Like, of course, because he's an Irish author. I think it's taking me out of it because I'm like, and I don't know why an English accent would be any better because of course,
that's funny, isn't it?
You know, it's so silly to say that an Irish accent is taking me out of ancient Syracuse because any accent really should take, like, unless they're going to read it in ancient Greek, it's not really. This is a silly thing to think, isn't it? It could be in any accent because it's not going to be like, you know,
exactly.
But, so I don't know why I was like, oh, the Irish accent's not quite working for ancient Syracuse, but it's like no accent's going to work really. I'm being silly.
And that's why he's done it, isn't it? Like deliberately. That's like part of the whole thing. So Jem said she didn't like the main character either. She'd advise persevering.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. And Kelly said it stars James Dean and Julie Harris. East of Eden. The movie focuses on the two brothers more than the book. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's interesting to hear. And Jem said she read it physically, so the accenting didn't matter.
Well, yeah, this is it. So I was reading it physically, and I thought maybe I'll switch to the audiobook because it wasn't quite like. But to be fair, at the point that I started reading this book, I was just nothing was sinking in.
Not like books last year. Like that was not a thing. Like
the summer particularly is kind of like a wasteland of books that
I literally hated everything I read last like in that time. Like if I could read anything, like 99% of the books I read I hated.
Well, I wasn't quite as in the hate part, but I was just nothing was going in, right? Really,
maybe that was part of it. I don't know. Sorry, Kelly said I was finishing the Pickwick Papers, loved it.
Good. That's what we like to hear.
And Chris said, I think I might have disliked Demon Copperhead as much as I did because I kept hearing how great it was.
What I'm worried about. Yes. It's like overhyping, isn't it? The overhype.
I think that because with Normal People, I read that before all the hype, and then literally just after I'd read it, everyone was going crazy for Normal People. So that would have been a book I think I would have been put off by potentially. Yeah.
I should probably try some Sally Rooney because that would be out of my comfort zone because I suspect I won't like Sally Rooney at all. Because
speaking of books outside your comfort zone, Jem, I was on StoryGraph because I was reading this or finished logging something else. I can't remember. I hopped on StoryGraph and I spotted Jem has started reading her Page Toon book. So is this true? Are my eyes deceiving me?
Is that what she's reading right now? That's what we want to know.
We want to know. We're desperate to know.
We need to know.
Are you sick? If you are reading it, are you actually sick? Seriously. Like I don't know. Like I was like, what is? How is she starting?
If she's reading it, she should be live streaming it right now.
Actually, screw it.
Right.
Yes. You should be joining us right now. I'm sending you the link.
Get online now.
Get online.
I want to just see your face while you're reading
Chat,
it.
if you've got not the pod chat.
Only 2 chapters. It might be great. It might be. Do you know what though? Sometimes a contemporary kind of romance is kind of what you need. You need like a little bit of, you know.
Or send us a photo to the waffle group, and then we'll put the photo of you reading it on screen.
Yes.
Yeah, I will hold it up so I can show the people.
That would
Do a
be great.
selfie of you holding the book, and I'll show the people.
I mean, you're doing great work for charity. Just think about it that way.
Yeah, we've all got to send her a tenner, or not her a tenner. The Bowel Cancer.
Bowel Cancer. Yeah, charity a tenner. Yeah.
As I think there was at least 3 of us that are saying we're going to send. Oh, look, it's my mummy. Oh, so Jem said that she's only 2 chapters in.
Hi.
And then my mummy. Hello, Mum.
Hi, Glyn. Hi, Charlie's mummy.
It's Jack. It's Jack here. I know you're used to me being with Jem, but this is actually Jack. My lovely other friend, Jack.
Yeah, for a change.
Yeah, no, Jem's not here.
It's normally either me and Jem or you and Jem, but not me and you usually.
This has not happened. I think I have been on your Bookity Books a few times.
Yeah,
but not
that's
just
right. Yes, you actually are queen of Bookity Book. You are really good at it.
I really don't think that's
you are.
true. We did have loads of fun.
Play it again. We have to play it again. We have to do it again.
She's not going live, but you could. I just sorry, Jem's. It's gone.
It went. Yeah, it disappeared.
Oh no,
Jem was banned. You banned her.
I didn't do that. I don't know how I did that.
It says Jem has been banned and removed from
something. How do I do that?
I don't know. I don't know how you do that, because I think if you click on them, can you unban Jem? How's that happened? Let's have a little look. See if I can sort that out.
I did it by accident. Jem, I'm sorry if you're watching. I'm sorry.
Jem, you've been banned.
How do I unbanned her?
Oh my god! I thought you'd only do that from. How's that happened? That's so weird. That's weird, isn't it? You must be able to unban people. Oh well. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. We're gonna have to
text us or mess her comments and we can read them out.
I know, but I can't. I know, because I was really like seeing her comments.
She's banned from your channel now. What are you going to do for your Women's Prize life?
How do I do it?
I'm not doing them.
Does anyone know how to unban somebody?
Let me see. Let me see if I can figure this out for you. But
anyway,
yeah, have a little chat with some other comments.
The blogs quite tricky.
I know. I was going to say, so I could be your Gemma substitute, but I'll just be sitting there going, I might read that. I might read that next year.
Can you imagine? The plotters would revolt if we got rid of Jem. That'd be it. There'd be no show. There'd be no show without Jem. So you have to help me find how to
how do we unban someone? Let me just Google it for you while you look at other
chat. Feel very snotty. My mum's not feeling very well. Yeah. I don't know what I did. Share referral link. There we go.
How to unban. To remove a banned guest from the banned guest list, you need to enter the studio, click on the settings, then click the X next to the guest name to remove them. Okay. Let's have a little look. Settings. I can't do it because I'm not in charge.
So what do I do on here? Settings.
Go to settings.
Yeah.
Click the X next to the guest's name to remove them from the banned guest list. There's a banned guest list.
There's no banned guests.
Oh, how weird.
Maybe I meant comment. Maybe it's the comments.
We'll try and figure it out I'll try and figure it out with you in the
the plot. Oh yeah, when we go into the reading sprint.
Yeah.
And then we can get you back, Jem.
Ban Jem. Well, she did. Unfortunately, she did ban Jem. Glyn, she banned Jem.
But it wasn't on purpose. My finger slipped. This is going to be the controversy. People are going to be like, "That's it. Charlie wants to get rid of Jem. This is what it's all about. This is what it's been for all along. Just Charlie trying to get out.
You've put me in timeout. She's in a timeout.
What putting you in
timeout? Though. She's got the picture here.
Where does it say? I don't know how to do it.
It's a very pink book. It's in our WhatsApp chat.
But I will show. Do you know what? I will show. She did send us. She is reading the page too. So that is evidence. I'm sorry, Jem. I love you. Please do. We will try and figure it out.
We'll try and figure it out in the
reading sprints. Yeah, we'll do another 20 minutes then, and then it says I think Charlie still has unspoken anger over Jem's negative review of Trespasses.
It's like some sort of Freudian banning, isn't it?
It wasn't.
What does it say? What does it say, Charlie?
Start rumours.
What does this say about it?
Sorry, I must leave. Oh, night, night, darling, lovely.
Oh, night, Kelly.
Thank you so
Oh,
much for
I
joining
enjoy
us,
the
Kelly. I
picture
love
book.
you.
Yay.
Love you, Kelly. Kelly gets all the hearts. I love her.
I can't
Yeah.
it's not working.
Everyone's revolting because I've banned. My mum's particularly going to be telling me off about banning Gem. So should we go to another 20 minutes and me and
we'll try and unban Gemma at the same
unban
time.
you, Gem.
Yeah.
So let us know in the comments. Obviously Gem can't, but let us know in the comments what you're reading. I think Gem will probably be reading her page tune, I'm guessing.
I'd love, yes, and we'll try and get some updates via WhatsApp about that.
Now we'll add this to the stage, and then I'll press start, and then we'll
We'll try and sort it out. I'll video call you.
I'll FaceTime you.
Right, meeting.
Here we go.
Oh,
I'll remove that then. We are back.
hey.
And more specifically, so is the lovely Jem. This is what you all want to know. Is Jem back? Yes, we've got her back.
Is back. Yes.
So she is no
She's
longer
off the
banned.
naughty step. She's off the naughty step.
The controversy is over.
Oh, I don't know if it's over, but
oh no, don't say that.
Me joking. I'm sorry, Charlie.
People are going to hunt me down. It's bad enough my own mother told me off. There you go. You're all going to come track me down for banning Jem from my channel.
There we go. Well, you know, it was only a matter of time. You know.
Was it? I didn't know that. I don't think she actually minded, to be fair. So Martha said, "Great news! Everyone's relieved. We've got Jem back."
The relief.
I'm scared of actually clicking on your name now, just in case something happens again.
I know. It's just like it just disappeared, didn't it? It was crazy.
I don't. I feel like I must have pressed something. I
don't think you did. I think there was some weird glitch because she even came back when we didn't do anything. We were frantically trying to find out how to do it, and it just went back.
There's a list of people that let's get this banned.
A banned list, and she wasn't on the banned list. We found it, didn't we? And she.
I mean, there's many other people on that. No, it's not really.
There's many people in my black book of hate. Get their names crossed through.
I want to see that list. I'd love to see your blacklist.
I remember when I did my 1,000 subscriber Q&A 3 years ago, and Scott's question from Gunpowder Fiction and Plot was, you seem so nice, Jack. Tell me, who do you hate and wish harm upon? And that was my answer. It was I have a big book of hate which will never see the light of day.
Casually.
I don't really, obviously.
You're such a liar. I bet there's quite a few people.
I do not.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah.
Jem would be happily admitting to all the people she hates. So,
Secret. You see, you can't secretly undermine people if they know you hate them.
It's never to go how you go about it, to be fair. We don't. One of the things I love about our waffle group is actually if someone upsets one of us, particularly the commenters. If anyone says, actually, I think a lot of the plodders would do the same thing. Actually, I would say.
Like that really rude man.
We all pile on. So if anyone has said something in the comments in our videos, we all go. We just pile on.
Yeah, it's like that really rude guy a few weeks ago. Remember on my Cloud Cuckoo Land video? And he basically put this most antagonistic review of Cloud Cuckoo Land on there about how weak and whatever, and basically really derogatory comments. And I don't mind if someone doesn't like the book, but don't be rude about it. So, but he put thin woman prose, and I was like, oh, so also misogynist, so blah blah. So I put, oh, delightful misogynist, blah blah, and he went, that was a typo. I meant thinly woven prose. I was like, fine, you're not a misogynist, that's fine, but still being rude. And then he started to say how rude I was. Do you remember? And I was like, I haven't been rude. You started being rude.
So then I went on, and then that's when because normally, like I said, it's normally one of us out of us that they will then.
You were like, she wasn't rude.
Yeah. I just said, just be quiet. She's behaving a lot better than what you are.
Yeah, because then he started telling how awful I was and how I was behaving badly, but he called me pathetic and he called me something else. And I was like, I haven't called you any names. I haven't done anything like that. I just accused you of misogyny because it seemed like you were being misogynistic. You went, I'll give you that. It was a typo. I was like, fine. I said, but I'm not the one who's calling people pathetic and just being really antagonistic.
I just ban people. If anyone does that,
I normally don't get engaged in it, but I was like, I'm not having this. Because also, he was like, oh, can't engage in, I see, you don't like to engage in criticism or whatever. I was like, no, I have plenty of discussions with people who don't like the same books as me, but we are polite about it,
Yeah, you're always really good because you leave these comments you're quite unless it was obviously actively.
If it's offensive, I'll get rid of it, and if they just carry on, I get rid of them because they're obviously trolling and looking for problems, But it's like,
yeah, she said, and parents. Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. Don't make a Jack. He said, Jack must have loads of horrible kids that she's taught over the years.
No idea what you mean, Gemma.
Dish the dirt. We want the dirt. What was I going to say? I was going to show you guys actually. I'll try and show in a video, my video.
Okay.
I picked actually. I'll unclip it. I've got
Okay.
some. I got a badge. I've got a badge, a bowel cancer, because we were doing bowel cancer.
Ah.
They're selling the Bowel Cancer UK are selling these badges, and they're £2 each. The shipping is a little bit more expensive than that, so I think it works out to about £5.
Is it a ribbon?
Yeah, it's the Bowel Cancer ribbon. So I've just unclipped it. And then also I've got my TARDIS badge, which I will show only because it's me. But this also
You're trying to show your chest to the camera. Come on now, Charlie.
Yes, obviously. That's the front. And so this is my TARDIS badge, and actually all the profits from this also go to charity. These go to I think it's a queer, either a queer homeless shelter or something.
Aww,
the lovely Jamie Gallagher. He made the pins that David Tennant famously wore.
Oh, I see. Very nice. Very nice.
So yeah, these are. I'll link.
I did the same, Gemma. Gemma's saying you're trying to show everyone your boob.
Always.
Getting your chest to the camera.
It's a casual bit of fun. That's why everyone suddenly got everyone's dropped off the chat as soon as Charlie starts flashing the boob. Always. I still can't believe how mean people can be.
I know.
Eric. What have people been saying mean things to Eric?
Because I was watching his video the other day, his BookTuber bio, and he was I still occasionally get nasty comments and blah, 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 but I try to ignore them. I'm like, who could be nasty to you?
Eric's the nicest person.
He really is.
We're lucky because we met him in real life, haven't we? And he's in real life, he's just as nice as, obviously we've spoken to him on our plodlongs.
Absolutely. He's really sweet.
Yeah, he's the loveliest. So who would hate him? Nobody. No. I think he's another one that if people spotted comments, they'd probably pile on and defend him because he's super lovely. Yeah, exactly. It's like kicking a puppy, or if it was if you'd be rude. It's the same as with Bob and Ben. They're equally lovely, aren't they? You couldn't be mean to any of them.
No.
Not that anyone else on BookTube is really horrible. I want to preface.
No. They're particularly delightful people. Yes, exactly.
These are the loveliest souls.
Unfortunately, when you put yourself out on the internet, you're gonna get some cuckoo people.
Especially, I think the more popular you are, the more hate you're gonna get.
This is why I don't really want to be my channel to be that big. Be honest with you,
it's going to because one of your videos recently got 12,000 views.
It was crazy. I mean, it's now my most watched video, and it's overtaken my most watched video was always my Where to Start with Discworld video, and it's overtaken that. And that Discworld video is 3-4 years old, and it was my top video because it's one that always.
How many views were on that?
I can't remember. I think it was 10,000.
Oh, so that's still a lot.
Yeah, but that's over 4 years whenever I posted it, right? Oh. So this other one, let me see where it is. This other one's got 12,000 now.
Yeah, I saw it got 12,000.
And because it's and it's gained me 800 subscribers in the past few weeks.
But I think it's because you've obviously touched on something that loads of people are identifying with.
Yeah, because that's the thing, isn't it? It's interesting because my other videos still don't do that well, right? As in comparatively. The next video, the video where I talk about if I do something like the literary self-portrait, still got about 3,000 views.
I loved that. Good, I loved that.
Right? Yeah. But then I do if I do a single book review or I do my picture book videos, you're looking at a few hundred views at best. But that's fine because because I said in my most recent video I posted today, when that video started getting the views were ticking up and it was going crazy, and I was like, ooh, and then I was just suddenly thinking about how do I follow up for that, and then I was just like, you're doing that thing where you're thinking about the numbers, and the numbers shouldn't be what you're thinking about. So really just put out your regular content, and then if it does well, it does well. If it doesn't, because obviously you can never predict what's going to do well, and that was a fluke. That's a fluke. The only annoying thing about it now is that once the 28 days are up since I published it, everything's going to be like, my arrows are going to be
Oh,
grey.
they go down on the graph,
Because,
the
yeah,
chart.
because I've got this weird peak where I posted that video, and then everything's going to be less back to normal,
Yeah,
and back to my normal, which will be lower. All my arrows are going to be down.
I hate that so much. I
So
hate that.
if you're not a booktuber, when you go onto YouTube Studio, it tells you what your channel's doing, and it gives you green arrows if you're doing well and better than before, and it
It's
gives you
very
grey
naughty.
arrows if you're doing
Those
well.
kinds of things are things that you do, like something in your brain does spark when you see that.
Absolutely, and this is why I say, like, with this whole self-care idea, you really need. I work at it all the time, and so that's when I put that video out. I put the video out, and it did really resonate with people, thankfully, because I was like, again, maybe it's just a me thing, but it wasn't just a me thing. Because some people put out similar videos, but they were kind of blaming BookTube for it.
Yeah,
Like,
so it's
and
like
I was like, it's not BookTube, it's me wanting to do all the things. BookTube has like opened up my reading life massively, and I'm trying to drink from this massive fire hose, and really what I need to do is just calm down. Whereas like other people are putting out videos going, BookTube ruined my reading and that kind of thing, and it's like, it's not. So I
But
think
how you did it, I feel like you did it in such a you, like that is such a you thing. Like how you did it was very, very you. So I feel like the extra subscribers you got from that, you definitely, obviously, you 100%
well, this
deserve
is,
it.
I kind of hope that they're kind of people who will then, obviously, because it was a really personal video, like it really was personal to me. So, and I was really sharing what I found helpful and what I'm still finding helpful, because it's something I struggle with all the time, not just in reading but in everything. I never used to struggle with it in reading before reading became like very public for me. When reading was just a private thing I did on my own, it was just a pleasure. It wasn't anything that I thought about, oh, I'm not reading enough, or I'm not blah blah. I used to think I didn't have enough time for reading, but that's different. Having, everyone wants more time for reading, no matter who you are, really. If you're a reader, you always want more time to read. But I never thought I'm not reading enough. I just think, oh, I haven't got enough time for reading. I'd make time, but I was so busy in other areas of my life. Whereas this kind of being publicly talking about my reading added an additional kind of aspect to me, like focusing on my reading in a way that's not healthy. So yeah, it's something I'm working on all the time still.
I think that because like you do, like how you're so encouraging and supportive, like as a friend and like as a YouTuber, booktuber.
Oh.
And I just think, yeah, like you said, it just obviously resonated with everybody that watched it. So but like you said, at least with that, it's not a video that people are watching that's sort of like out of your norm. Like it's not like out of your norm video, because it's a very, like you said, it's a very you video. So at least any of those new subscribers, hopefully they will stick around because of it, what I mean.
Yeah, hopefully, because this is the thing. Because I was watching like Kelly from Books I'm Not Reading, and she got a ton of subscribers from a video she did about a haircut years ago. She was talking about this, like, I can't remember what the video was about. It was about her hair in some way, and she did a video about it, just like just something she was doing, and it kind of still gets loads of views. And she got tons. She, like, it was a really weirdly popular video. I can't even remember exactly what aspect of her hair it was about, but she's not a hair channel, right? She's a booktube channel. So unfortunately for her, because it was a video out of her norm, she gained these subscribers, but then they don't watch
the rest
her
of it.
regular content. So if you are going to have a fluky video that goes like that, it is better and fortunate for me that it was something that was really meaningful for me and really
and very you, very a standard of your content almost, I would say. Like
I don't generally no. Generally it's going more waffly. I mean, to be honest, that was fairly waffly.
No, I don't think you do. No, but it's very you, because you do talk about those kinds of themes in general. So I think it's sort of typical of you, what I do, and I think it shows how amazing you are. And it's like a proud friend moment. Like we're all like so chuffed for you, and like it's like massive celebration.
No, but it's and this is like, but these are the things that I love doing, like just chatting to you guys and thinking about all these things. And
you make us all better. You make us all more mindful of it. And
I think
honestly,
I think we all do that. I think we all keep each other on a kind of like, don't overstress this, don't do that. I think we all do that for each other, which is nice,
Yeah, 100%. And Jem said, "Go Jack." Quite right.
So basically, I'm like doubled my subscribers in like the last year. In the last year, I think. Oh, the fireworks! Yeah, they've doubled in the last year due to 2 videos.
which is
But
good. Quite right.
yeah, but it's crazy, really. It's like it just shows you how you just can't predict the algorithm.
100%. Chris says, I think viewers can tell the difference between channels being authentic and others that just put out cynical videos and clickbait titles. I can't speak. Clickbait titles about books they never always never read.
Yeah. Actually, do you know though? Randomly, I saw some guy kept popping up on my feed, and he only had a few videos out, and he was like 25,000 subscribers, and the videos seemed very. And I can't remember the name of the channel because I was like, I'm not watching this, but I watched a couple of the to see what was going on. I didn't think he'd read the books. They looked like AI reviews of books to me, and it was just ridiculous. I don't know where these subscribers came from, but it kind of reminded me of, like, I don't know if YouTube's the same. I don't know if I've never encountered this on YouTube, but when I was on Instagram, this is why I can't stand Instagram.
Yeah.
There were like these engagement groups and stuff, you know, who subscribe.
Oh, like
subscribe, yeah, and they're not real subscribers. But yeah, it kind of reminded me of that. I was like, this is weird because you got hardly any comments, but all these subscribers, and the views don't match.
So the views and the videos weren't high.
Yeah, I think the views were high because it was being pushed out and it got farmed out to me, but the comments weren't. And I was like,
that's weird, isn't it? Because we're quite lucky with our channels, like. Because even though I don't get a lot of views on my videos, but I do always get, like, I feel like I get a lot of comments.
Yeah, and that's what you want, right? You want the interaction, and that's the same with me.
That's our favourite thing about that's, like you said, with the live shows and stuff like that, and that's what me and Jem, and I know you and Jem love with your thing as well.
Yeah,
so
the FOMO, yeah, exactly. So, and you want that interaction, don't you? If you had all these views but no one was commenting, it'd be weird, right?
Yeah, that's just that's like that's you're missing the best bit.
Exactly.
So I think we should be wrapping it up now. We've been way longer than I was planning for us being. I'm
sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, I'm having a great time.
But we've even had some controversy on here, obviously, with banning Jem today.
Banning Jem controversy. When's your next pod? Tomorrow?
It's meant to be on Sunday. So
Sunday.
Yeah,
tomorrow night I'm on Catch It. No, Catch It on my channel.
Oh, there you go. It's on your channel. Oh my god, you really do need to remember that.
Yeah, Catch It on my channel tomorrow.
I read the book first, when the stars are.
So what we're doing. See, now this is the thing. So I'm gonna have to see what Katja thinks about moving the live shows closer to the actual book, because this is the book we read in January and February. We're doing the live for tomorrow night, which is the Forgotten book. And so when when Stars Are Scattered, we're not doing until another month's time or whatever.
Oh, okay. So I don't need to, like,
you know, my memory, I'm like, I read this in January, so I don't know.
Yeah, oh bless you. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. We'll come along.
Justice for Jem. Yes, Gemma.
She was messaging us on the chat saying, what did she say on the chat? She was like, unban Jem. Hashtag unban Jem.
Unban Jem. Yeah, I mean, like, this is the thing, Gemma. Who's going to do the plods if you're banned, you know, from Charlie's channel?
I can't do it by myself. When I was literally by myself the other day, I was literally like a deer in headlights. I was literally...
No, you weren't. You were great. You were great.
I was lost.
You were
That's why I'm so grateful that you're here today with me. But, yeah, I know. I definitely...
Anytime
no
I'm free.
Without Jem. Like, the plod along does not exist at all.
Oh.
And Jem said she finished the Stars Are Scattered this week. Such a great book.
Yeah. I've been looking forward to it for a while. Since we selected it last year, I've been like...
I was looking up about the author, and then also about... So I know you're going to be doing all this stuff as well, because this is what you're really good at, doing all your research. But yeah, I was doing a little bit of research about them, and it's so interesting.
Yeah. The whole story behind the meeting and finding out. Yeah. So I'm going to read up a little bit more again about it before we do that. But it was worked out really nicely for people, April. And I don't think Charlie can ever replace. No one can replace you, Gemma. Especially me with prize lists. Like,
because you don't even like reading the prize books, do you?
The only ones that I am ever interested in, like as in from like the list coming out, is non-fiction. I love the non-fiction prize list.
This year especially the non-fiction.
Yeah, and I got my favourite book from it last year, and I'm so interested in pretty much all of it, aside from maybe one or two that just don't really appeal to me. But even the list is great because it introduces you to the non-fiction. But the rest of it, unless it's like,
I don't like it. It's not a Jack thing, is it? No.
all I like is I'm very much now about like I really want to have the best reading experiences I can possibly have. And if that means that someone else has to go in and read the book to see if it's good first, like a taster would taste the food and see if it was poison, I'm going to let them do it.
Because is that what me and Jem are doing? We're taking
if there are plenty of people out there, what I want to know a book has got longevity and has people love it, and that's what I want to know. But though there are some new books that I've already bought, I bought off of the International Booker, the things that sound interesting to me, because I'm not someone who doesn't read new books.
No, you definitely
but I don't read it because it's on a prize list. The prize list might throw up some things that I think, oh, that sounds interesting.
And you read it when you want to, whenever you get to it. It's not like you feel pressured to read it at the time.
Yeah, and never feel and don't feel pressured to do it. I remember in the beginning in BookTube, that's another thing. So I'm going to do a sort of video on my wish I'd known before I started BookTube, or things I could wish I'd tell myself. I could go back and tell myself. And one of the things is you kind of do get swept up in this idea of late new book releases and people talking about them and like wanting to read them and wanting to put out a review of them and tell people what you think of them. And I got swept up in that, and I still do to an extent, because some books I kind of just get excited about. New releases, like there are new releases I get excited about, it's fine. But I'm trying not to go, oh, I should
running at it.
Because loads of people are interested in this. It's like, am I interested enough in
it? It is. It's like a never-ending treadmill, isn't it? Otherwise,
absolutely. Again, it's that fire hose thing, isn't it? So I've got a few. Like I said, I've bought a couple of the prize list books, and I am interested in. I really want to read Fundamentally.
Oh yeah,
that looks awesome. In fact, I recommended
saying the audiobook of that though. That's what people
exactly the audiobook. So I recommended it to a friend recently, and the audiobook is on Spotify Premium, so I'm probably going to listen to it. And it just seems like a great book. Like if it interests me, and then the other things, it might be that they don't seem they're going to interest me, and then everyone's raving about it. In which case I'll be like, I'll read that in 3 years' time.
Whenever you get to it.
Yeah, exactly.
So Chris said, perhaps Charlie is a secret fig on pizza lover and is holding a grudge against him. This is all going to be revealed.
I had figs for breakfast. Actually, I should have sent you a picture, because we were having pizza when I got up the stairs, and I had some figs in the fridge. I could have put them on the pizza and really upset Gemma.
Yeah, that would have really upset her. That would be it. She'd be banning herself then. And she's like, James said, yes, Chris, she's harbouring fig-related grudge. I've not even eaten, like, I think I have had figs before, but it's not something...
Gemma has had fruit on her pizza. I've seen it. I witnessed it.
Well, we saw it. I've got footage on my channel of it.
We saw that happen.
Squeezing the lime. It was lime, wasn't it? The lime juice. Ava.
Squeezed lime on her pizza after telling me about pineapple. Come on.
That was like one of my favourite clips, actually, because that always makes me laugh, because then it's also the guilty look on her face as she's doing it. I call her out. Like, literally, I've got footage.
Yes.
Yeah. I do not hold any, but just as a disclaimer, I do not hold any fig-related grudges. Just to say that. Or
other types of grudges.
No. Or any other types of grudges. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. I'm tired. This is my second live show in a row. Like, I'm getting tired now.
Oh, you're doing well, right, Charlie? We should let you.
Yeah, we will say good night. So Amelia said, "Who is Gemma?" Just to add salt into the wound as the last comment.
Hashtag justice for Gemma. Hashtag who is Gemma. Hashtag stand with Gemma. Yes.
Hashtag we stand with Gemma. Everyone's gonna be like, all the plodders will be like,
what's going on?
Yeah. They'll start a hate campaign against me. I don't want that. I don't need that. I love you. I love you. I'm going to give you some hearts. I'm sorry for the gem banning.
Deep love. Can't ban gem.
Always. So yeah, on that note, on the love note, we'll finish on rather than the
happy reading, everybody.
Yes, happy reading, and I will be back. I think not next week, but the week after to do some reading plods if you guys are interested. I'm going to be with the lovely Ange on a Wednesday, I think, so not this next Wednesday coming up, but the Wednesday after. If I can grab any of the other wafflers, I will, but we will see.
Working.
You'll be working. I know you will be working, but if I can we'll see if I can see if we can see if we get anyone else. But anyway.
Bye.
Night, everybody. Thank you for coming along, everybody. You guys are amazing. Love you. Love you lots. Bye.